Okay, who wants to make a professional brand? This is Eric from Ideal Career Coach. I want to walk you through a super simple four-step process to make your own personal brand. I wanted to create this one because I hear it a lot from clients that they're struggling how to, present themselves. They feel like an imposter. They feel like they're not good enough. Like they feel like they're losing an edge. And this is a common thing because I do believe there's so much information on branding. I mean, that it becomes like this elusive thing that's really difficult to do, or I think anybody can do it. And I think it's actually really important for the career right now, especially. There's a lot of competition, and knowing your brand, what you can offer, who you're speaking to, and also like what makes you unique is a really, it's a really solid thing to try to work on. So I want to walk you through a little guide I put together. And of course, you can email me, you can download the guide. I'd love for you to work through it, give me feedback if you want to talk about it. But again, there's only 4 steps, and I'm going to walk you through those right now. So let's jump into that. Okay, so 4 steps to create a solid professional brand by Ideal Career Coach. As you know, at Ideal Career Coach, we're all about empowering you to achieve a career happiness, a great salary, and professional freedom. I want you to know that new careers start every day, and I would love for you to start yours. So feel free to reach out to me at any time. Okay, there's going to be 4 parts to this, as I said before. The first part is your target audience. Who are you speaking to? Part 2 is doing some self-inventory, some data collection on you. And then part 3 is just putting it together into a small condensed document that is your branding document. And then part 4 is going to market. It's getting it out there in the world. It's getting in front of people. And that's part of the process of having a brand. So let's dive into this real quick. So step 1, understand your audience. First step is to creating a solid professional brand is understanding who you're talking to. So you want to know who you're talking to. You want to know, like, what are they up to? Like, how do they think? How do they feel? Where do they go for information? You can even look and try to figure out if you want to create an avatar on them as well as like add a picture. So I've created a nice document here that you can fill in. Who's your audience name? If you want to put a nice picture for them, it kind of helps with an avatar. What are their professions, personality traits? What does a typical day look like to them? What are some of their demographics? What kind of goals do they have? What are their challenges? It's a good idea to know always, okay, if you're going to build your brand and what you offer, who are your audience and what are their challenges? Because you kind of want that to match up. The last thing you want to do is what you can do. What can we do to help them achieve their goals? So again, first step is understanding your audience, and you want to dive into these specific questions, as I do think it will help you out. Part 2 is understanding you now, self-inventory. So you want to know what your value is, or what do you value? I'd also advise doing a little bit of a career SWOT. So identify strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So you know how to speak to them and counteract any objections. You want to also take a deep dive on what you can offer. So again, what is your offer to people? Like, what are your advantages of your offer or service or what you do? What are some developments in the field that you're working on? What are some ideas that you can potentially deliver on as well? So you want to try to, again, distill this down on what you can offer. Think of your market first, the people you're trying to go after, what you can offer. Complete the SWOT table, and you'll have a lot more information on yourself. Part 3 now is just compiling this and actually creating a branding document. So now that you know your pain points, or your audience, their challenges, and you can figure out how you can solve it, what are the transformations that people get? I think that's a critical piece about branding. Is it's not just, okay, I can sell you something. It's actually the transformation that somebody gets by working with you or by your offer. So think a lot about your brand as a transformation rather than just, okay, yeah, I'm a computer coder, or I'm a quality engineer, or I work at a lab or something. Like, what are the transformations that potentially people can get by hiring you? I think that's a really strong point in branding that's often missed. It's not logos, it's not all this stuff, but the transformations again. Some language that might help you in describing your transformations are, this is how I can help you. I'm someone who, fill in the blanks. I've always been known as, I've been told that I. So again, delivering the language with a transformation attached to it is a really critical piece. I've actually created a document where you can organize this and create this as your pitch summary and branding document. Again, you can put an image there, sometimes quotes that might support your brand, your values, what I can offer. I'm someone who, again, the transformation's involved. And if you want, I've got a little pitch area here. And then this is what I'd like to do next. So, and then step 4, practice your pitch. If you've identified some people in step 1, which is your target audience, it's a good idea to get in front of them and try to practice your pitch. These are ways I can help you. These are the transformations you can get by working with me. If you want to take this a little step further, you can try to become more than just a resume. Okay, so your resume, you've got your brand, you've got your pitch, that's who you are. You could try to create projects around that. You can also create white papers. You can create content, blogs, articles, newspapers, whatever you want. You can go to meetups and meet with people and try to practice your pitch or create your brand from there. You can create images, Instagram, banners. You can do on LinkedIn. You can, again, broaden your pitch of who you are and really try to promote yourself. The LinkedIn featured section is another awesome place to start to curate this information. So again, 4 steps, doesn't have to be too confusing to create this, and anybody can do this. But if you need a little bit of help, of course, I'm here. That's me, Eric at Ideal Career Coach. I'd love to give you some feedback on your pitch. I'd love to practice with you. And if you want to reach out to me, here's my contact information. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and we hope to hear from you soon.